All right, friends, I thought it would be fun to do something fun for Valentine's today. So I'm gonna spray down my Christy Rice palette. I'm using her brushes today, number 12 round, number 6 round, and some other brushes that we may or may not use. Then I've got my Meeden cotton paper as well as this lovely water situation. So I'm gonna start by adding some flowers. No, let's add the hearts first. So my brush has a little bit of green in there. Just cleaning it off, that's okay. So I'm gonna start by, what I wanna do is tint my water just a little bit so that I can see, as I'm painting with water, I can see it a little bit on my paper. And then we're gonna start adding in some colors on top of that. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but you might be able to see this a little bit better. So by doing the tinting part. So I'm just gonna make some heart shapes on my paper. So I'm just gonna, casually do that. Don't worry too much about it. And I thought this would be just a fun little activity. Now you need lots of water so that you can spread that paint around. And I'm gonna grab some of this really beautiful kind of a fuchsia. And I'm just scrubbing it around so I can get a lot of paint on my brush. And I'm just gonna pop that color in, and look at how that spreads so beautifully. So we're gonna even grab some yellow here on the top and add that in so it can start to just mix. And I'm cool with the spreading, the bleeding, the textures, all that stuff. We just wanna have fun today. So a little bit of relaxing watercolor for you. And just within that Valentine's theme. All right, so really you're not having to focus on what I'm doing and copying it, but rather just enjoy putting these brush strokes on paper and just seeing where it takes you. It's got this really nice pale pink, pressing that down. Some of the colors spread more than others, and remember, if you have a lot of water down, you're gonna get a lot more spreading versus if you don't have as much, of course. And so when you have lots of water, that paint has a lot of places to go. And look at that bloom. It's really pretty. So just play with it, enjoy the blooms, see what happens, and you're gonna really enjoy this activity, I think. I'm definitely enjoying it. So let's do another one, that medium-sized heart here. So I'm using a lot of water because I do want it to spread a lot. Just like so. Let's grab some purple. So you can see that I'm just swirling the brush around, trying to grab a lot of concentrated paint and then just touch down, and you can really enjoy these blooms. Now these blooms are really relaxing. They're gorgeous, they're fun to do, and I feel like that's really half the fun of this whole activity. Let's grab some more of that yellow. Now fluorescent yellow is not a color that I would ever expect on a palette, nor is it something I would choose, but there's some really amazing colors, the combinations that you can create when you mix this yellow with other colors. Here we're getting a little muddiness. I'm just gonna take off some of that paint because purple and yellow make mud when you mix them together, but I'm liking this whole combination here. So I'm gonna do a smaller heart than we did before. And remember, the more water, the more spreading. So I'm just gonna add a little more water back in. And let's go ahead with that red again. Scrubbing that brush, poking in the color. And that one's not spreading as much. So it does definitely depend on the pigment, the color you're using, for how much spreading you're gonna get. I'm just gonna keep this color. Why not? Alrighty, so I'm going to grab this dagger brush, and the size is it's a 1/4 inch. This is a wonderful little brush to make some fun roses. So I want to show you how I've been liking making roses these days. I'm just going to scrub and get some nice, really concentrated, juicy paint, dab, because that helps me control how much water there is. And we're going to just do a little sketchy mark right here for the center of the flower of that rose. Take off some of that paint. And then we are just going to use this pointed part and just start to kind of squiggle around, take off some paint, and make these roses I have some white space, some larger petals here, and you know, just play around with it. Then you can take some paint, drop in a little more color or some shadow, and just be really fun with it. Have fun, guys. You know, 'tis the season to have fun with flowers and with hearts. Alrighty, let's take this beautiful peachy color. Well, let's see what we can do with this one. So just nice dark center, squiggly lines. We'll do another one right here. And then take off some of that paint, start to spread it out. I just like to have fun with this. And roses can feel extremely difficult. I don't know, it's kind of the thing I hear people say all the time. But I don't think they have to be. I think that we stress ourselves out. We start to think roses are the hardest thing. Just squiggle that brush. And then we sort of psych ourselves out and feel like we really can't achieve them. But what if we were able to tell ourselves, hey, you know, we're just going to have fun with this and just put those brush strokes down and not be worried. Like, it's just going to really improve our experience. All right, let's do this nice light pink color. One over here, that same method, squiggle, squiggle. I am working fast so that I don't overthink this whole procedure. But the dagger does help me to be just a little bit less concerned about symmetry because, I mean, it's got different parts of the brush are different sizes and shapes, and so it really just kind of takes that surety out of it of you actually knowing how it's going to turn out. And it just helps you to relax a little bit. Whatever happens, happens, at least for me. So a nice red one, taking a lot of paint off of there, dabbing, spreading. Just have fun with this, guys. So now for a bit of fun, we're going to take a waterproof black pen and we are going to turn these balloons into something fun. So think about these. I'm not telling you to make a card with this. I'm just giving you some ideas of things that you can do. You could use some of these to make a card or a painting for someone. And, you know, especially little kids will need to make cards or buy cards, you know, for their classmates. And so this could be a fun little kid project, you know, to do together if you wanted to. Just simple, adding in the flowers, adding in the beautiful marks everywhere, adding in those hearts, and just having a good time of it. And that's part of the whole painting process, just trying to find ways to relax, enjoy, and if you can make something to give away to someone else, it's even better. So I'm just going to put in some leaves here to complete some of this. I like to just use the brush shape itself to create some marks, and sometimes I will paint in specific marks that I want. It just depends on the look I'm going for. So just be really intuitive about it. I just want to take a little bit more concentrated color and make some more definition on this rose right here. There's a lot of definition that just kind of got really light because everything dried. There's a lot of water mixed in with everything else. So you can just add some of that color, some of those shadows back in, and just really, you know, just play around with it. Or you can leave it how it is. A little bit of darkness here too. I like to keep the centers really dark as well, where there's not a lot of light shining through. But, you know, it's really up to you. So I just wanted to show you guys a way to practice doing some fun stuff you could use for Valentine's cards. Just going to add in some darker here just to create some dimension. And, you know, like I said, you could, you could use this as a painting or just for practice, or, you know, make little cute cards for your kids if they need to take them to school. Valentine's, there's so much you can do for Valentine's, but whether you love it or don't, anyone can play with these and just have fun. I'm going to do a little bit more pink, a little peach for this one too. It just kind of got monotone, just got a little monochromatic. There you go. One color, but also one value. So just putting a little bit of that back in. Sometimes you just gotta add a little more because with watercolor, you're usually drawing one shade lighter than what you see, what you put down because of all the water we're using. So just add a little extra. no big deal. And make these hearts a little bit fancy. It's a pretty thick pen. So if you're running through a puddle just like that, it'll probably still work. And you don't have to follow the lines. It is hard to do this on watercolor paper because of all the texture. So, you know, just be aware of that and just have fun with it. Just wanted to define them out just a little bit more for a little extra definition in this little project. So guys, remember, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I've got all kinds of fun stuff. I teach on Skillshare, so I've got some free 30-day links for those of you who are new to Skillshare on creating loose florals, different courses on that, plus mixing mental health and self-care, because I am an artist as well as a mental health therapist. And I also teach on Patreon, and that's where you can get bonus content, as well as I have an art retreat in Italy this coming October. So all those things are linked in the description if you're interested in any of them or all of them. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any suggestions for next time. But guys, I always want to say, as we're making these little marks here for our balloons, just enjoy and have fun. And don't worry about the end result. The whole point is that you're having a good time. And hopefully you walk away a little bit happier, a little bit healthier in mind and spirit by having done this project. The last thing I'm going to do here is leave this with a little bit of splatter. So I'm just going to grab some nice paint here, lots of water on my brush, and we're just going to tap, add that splatter in. I already have some marks here, so it works. So you can keep these together or you can paint them individually, but they would make some really cute cards last minute if you're looking for something, guys. All right, it's a little bit extra just for fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed this fun and easy, simple painting tutorial.